Hello everyone and welcome back to the island of Mewseille. My name is Cara and today I will be teaching you everything I know about photography and Animal Crossing New Horizons. The first thing you need to consider before even opening your camera is the lighting. Lighting changes dramatically within just a few hours and can make a huge difference in your final photo. My favorite time of day is from 6 a.m. until around 8 a.m., but midday is great for rich colors, golden hour occurs between 5 and 7 p.m., and glowing items look their best at nighttime. Today we will actually not be entirely on mewseille for the very first time, as my extremely talented friend Lex has allowed me to come and film a few segments on her island Lorien. Lex has recently started her own YouTube channel, and I will be linking her island tour in the description and at the end of this video if these little snippets have made you interested in seeing more of Lorien or of her amazing terraforming skills. The best way to avoid blurry photos from too much cropping is to frame them very carefully. The camera is centered on your character, but you can shift it with the left Joy-Con buttons and zoom in and out using X and Y. There's also only 3 main angles that you can shift between, but today I'll teach you a ton of ways to get around those limitations. One way to sneak in a little extra height to your photo is to stand on an arched bridge. This gives a slightly wider perspective and maybe the little difference you need to allow you to fit something in, like these trees I'm showing you right here. Another major way to influence the framing of your photo is to change your altitude. One way you can do this is by climbing up cliffs and getting a really nice view of the area below. As you can see, climbing up this high really gives me a great view of Lorien's beautiful terraforming, and I'm able to see way more than I would be able to see if I was down on the ground. Far less of the island is visible on the lower level, even on the sides of the image, because when you're up high, you just have a way better vantage point. And even the middle layer doesn't even come close to how great of a view you can get from the next layer up. One way to get a little bit more out of the 3 angles we've been given in the in-game camera is to take pictures in between the angles as it's moving. I call this split framing, and it's a great way to fit a little something in or get a unique angle that isn't as common. It's the perfect solution for when one of the angles doesn't show as much of the skyline as you would like, but you'd also like to maintain some of the angle that you were trying to go for in the first place. Sometimes the camera app is a little bit lacking when it comes to the pictures that you're able to take. You can't really interact with objects, and you also can't use any of your tools or show the full range of emotions you have available to you. Simply taking a screenshot using the capture button instead of taking a picture with the plus button will allow you to capture more dynamic images, but it's sometimes tricky to get the timing right, and it can require a lot of practice. Screenshotting allowed me to take a picture opening the store, which isn't possible in the camera app. A well-timed screenshot is vital to the famous mailbox photo technique. Since you can't open other people's mailboxes, I returned to mewseille. All you have to do to get these unique angled shots is to place your mailbox to the left of the scene you wish to photograph and open your mail. You can either screenshot before or after your letters are visible, and different timings have different degrees of angling. One cute trick is to hide the mailbox in photos behind an umbrella that you're holding. Another is to not be a gremlin like me and stop using your mailbox as extra storage. Without the blue unread mail indicator lit up, it's a lot less visible. One trick for a wider angle and a greater depth of field is to take your mailbox shot on a cliff of the area below. This lets you fit way more in the picture. I learned this from mewseille on Instagram. Together with Animal Crossing Alex, Min has just released the Animal Crossing Stunt Double Challenge, in which you take mailbox pictures of one of your friends doing their best imitation of your character. If you try this challenge, use this hashtag on Instagram to share it with them. Thank you so much, Dee Dee, by the way, for helping me record this demonstration last night, super last minute. Sometimes it's hard to time your screenshots just right, especially with other people involved. So it might be easier to time your photo by holding down on the capture button to record the previous 30 seconds. You can then go into your Switch's camera roll and save a single frame of the video as a screenshot later. Each of the reactions you learn will allow you to create different poses. These are some of my favorites, especially because sometimes they cause villagers around you to react to your expressions. The angle of your face will change for some expressions depending on whether you've whistled for your attention, but some reactions like joy have no change. Try using all of your reactions to see what happens. Just remember that you can only choose from your pre-selected favorite reactions within the camera app. You can get more dynamic poses by screenshotting actions like pole vaulting, as I'm doing here, or entering houses and shops like I demonstrated over on Lorien. Up next, I have 2 challenges for you guys to show off your photography skills. One of my favorite fall activities is going to the orchard to pick fruit, and Kyle over at New Horizons Creation on Instagram has come up with a way to take cute orchard pictures in the game. All you have to do is stand slightly in front of a fruit tree to the right side, and then equip your tools using the button on your left Joy-Con. When your hand is reaching up, but the tool hasn't appeared, take a screenshot. Tag your pictures with ACNH fruit picking so he can see them. The other fun autumnal trick is pumpkin picking. Jen at ACNH Nook Isle came up with this illusion where slowly walking past a dropped pumpkin or other fruit can look like you're holding it in one hand if you time your picture just right. It also works if you're using the joy reaction. Take the shot right when your hand is hovering over the stem, which can be a little tricky. Then tag your pictures on Instagram carrying your pumpkins home from the patch with AC Pumpkin Picking Challenge so Jen can see your results. Getting into some more difficult shots now, here is how you can make your villager look like they're gracefully dancing. In the camera, use the flourish reaction and try to take the picture before the stars appear. It can definitely be challenging, but the results are beautiful if you time it right. This is the perfect time to try converting videos into screenshots. I would also recommend facing different directions to see which angle gets you the look you're going for. The AC Float Challenge was created by Parisians who noticed that getting on and off of beach towels and chairs would cause your villager to jump up, and a well-timed photo could give the effect of floating. Different chairs and outfits will have different results, so make sure to experiment and use the hashtag when sharing your pictures. A trick that I figured out on my own was using the recipe learning animation to get a tiny moon or sparkle centered on your hand. Take a picture a split second after the recipe disappears, and you'll get a unique expression, pose, and little sparkle that looks like you just cast a spell. Cyberizons also developed the AC Sparkle Challenge, which gives the effect of being surrounded by magic and sparkles. You need a friend to do this one since you'll have to have your pockets open when the sparkle occurs, so screenshots won't work. I had my friend Mika come over to demonstrate. All the model has to do is change their clothes, and the photographer focuses on taking a picture as they spin. Different items center the transformation sparkle on different parts of the model, so try out all kinds of clothes. This also works on villagers when they change their clothes. If you'd like to share your photos with him, I've put the hashtag down below. Another trick that I haven't seen anywhere else, but I'm sure has been done before, is rolling around in bed when taking photos of a bedroom. It can create the effect of laying on your side, and it works best with pajama bottoms on, but it can also work with dresses. When you hop off later, you can also get a bonus angle of your character sitting on the side of the bed. Sometimes you just want a cute picture of your villagers or daily visitors in a certain location. You can move characters around by gently pushing, as you can see in this clip of me being a horrible bully to Daisy May. But be careful of pushing villagers too much because they can get upset. Digging holes and temporary terraforming bridges, water, and cliffs can help guide them and keep them in a certain area. Villagers will be naturally curious about your new builds, but some people use this trick to get specific pictures. There's actually a secret way to get left-facing angled photos, but they will have your villager and you in them. It's done by talking to the villager from an angle that makes it difficult to see either you or your villager. This usually will cause the in-game camera to swing to be at an angle, and you can then take a screenshot once the text disappears. I haven't figured out the trick to getting left over right facing angles consistently, so please leave a comment down below if you think you know the solution. Giving your villagers a gift is a great way to guarantee a picture of them wearing a certain item, and combined with the last few techniques, you can get some very cute angle pictures of them showing off their new outfit in a pretty area of your island. The last way to get good photos that I have for this beginning and intermediate photography tutorial is to go to Harv's Island to create sets. You can recreate real rooms in your house or your villagers' homes, or make an all-new set. Then you can dress them in whatever outfit you'd like, position them as exactly as you want, and even tell them an emotion to portray. I like to use Harv's Island to get pictures that look like my villagers are visiting me in my house, but it can feel a little artificial sometimes. However, it's the ultimate in control and not too difficult, so I'd be remiss to leave it out of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope you learned something new. These tutorials take a lot of research and several days to film, but I will try to get the advanced photography video out really soon. I've already taught you everything I know that can be achieved exclusively using the in-game camera, so the next video will include things like photo stitching, extreme wide-angle shots, creating animated images, overlays and lighting effects, and general Photoshop work, entirely using free apps and programs. If you like this video and want to see more, make sure to subscribe and consider turning on notifications. I'd like to thank the many wonderful people who have helped make this video possible one more time, and you can find their social medias in the description. All of them are wonderful, and I highly recommend you check them out. If you'd like to find me elsewhere on the internet, I'm also at mewseille pretty much everywhere, and I would love to be tagged in anything you post on any platform using tips you learned from this video. I love seeing your amazing creativity so much and would love to see what you guys can do with this. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and hopefully I'll see you again next time!